right?
Okay.
It's Thursday.
It's almost over.
Almost over.
Gotta be honest, I had a moment where today, I said, oh man, can't wait till I get off work. I just want to crawl into my bed.
And then you realized you got to crawl into weeknights.
Yep.
Yeah.
My hair wasn't combed. You know, none of
Mine still isn't. You know what I'm saying?
none of those things. So I had to
If we're being honest.
yeah, I had to put myself together,
Yeah.
which made it even worse. But it's fine. Anyway.
Well, we have a commitment here to this thing called weeknights.
Yeah.
And listeners and viewers, welcome. This is Weeknights.
Thank you for coming.
And hopefully you stick around. Because apparently we take too long to get to topics.
We're too chatty in the beginning.
We're too chatty. Oh, excuse us. If we
Oh
have
my
some
gosh.
dialogue.
Look at people having chemistry while they podcast, right?
Right. Heavens forbid you actually speak about yourself or just have a conversation. Wow. It's not like the huge podcasts do any of that. No way.
Heaven forbid, two co-hosts actually have organic conversation.
Right. They must watch a lot of news. Maybe that's where this is coming from. Maybe they think we're gonna say this is Noticias 41 and just get straight into the news.
Maybe that's what it is. And yeah. I don't even know what to say. I feel like, you know what? Listen, I appreciate each and every person who has ever given us feedback, whether it be about maybe you felt like a topic was off color, or maybe the sound was off, or maybe visually something was wrong. We appreciate y'all because we do this thing. We're not always gonna get it right,
Right.
but yeah. I mean, listen. Fast forward.
Put it on 1.5.
All
You know
right,
what I mean?
speed it up. I know people listen to podcasts and watch podcasts that way. So yeah, but sorry, not sorry.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So this is Weeknights. You know we do 5 nights a week. We ain't even gonna play around. Let's get to it. I am here with a co-host. Who are you, co-host?
I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the real king of R&B.
Oh, you didn't keep the new one? Skirt.
aka Bad Moves.
Right, there you go. I like
Gotta
that
put
one.
that on the shirt.
I like Vamoose.
Me too. Me
You
too.
gotta like find a Jay-Z clip where he's saying Vamoose, son of a.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Love
what I
that.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be good. All right, and I am JD, aka He Who Pods, and we're gonna pod.
Yep.
So, where you want to start? You want to live react to this song, or you want to get into one of our other topics? What you feeling like?
Should we save the live reaction for later? Or
It's
you
your
want to start?
choice. You know what I mean? Your reaction, your choice.
I don't know what this live reaction thing is, but I guess we can save it for later. We can get some other things out the way, something to look
Okay.
forward to.
Right. So, you want to start with Essence or Reesa?
Let's talk about Essence real quick, and
Okay.
then we get to Reesa Teesa.
Take it away.
So Essence, apparently, word on the street is that Vice Media Group, who owns Refinery29. If you don't know what Refinery29 is, it's basically a female centered digital space.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
I gotta be honest. Before we said we were going to talk about this, I never heard of Refinery29.
Again, female centered space, so I can understand why you haven't. But I have loved Refinery29 for a long time, and particularly their division that is centered around Black women, which is called R29 Unbothered. And Unbothered basically does what Essence does,
Ah, okay.
in the digital space, I would say. So
Hmm.
you're getting a lot of content. I'm sure I've sent you content from Unbothered before, but you get a lot of Black women centered content. They do all kinds of things. Like I know they've created podcasts under their brand. There's a lot of digital content that's about everything under the sun, careers, dating, you name it. And they, celebrities and all of the things, as I like to
Are
say.
they known for a specific thing? Like a lot of times you say like, oh, right now HBO is known for like Game of Thrones and Succession.
I would say they're digital content. Like everything they do has been online as far as I know. I don't think there's anything. I think they even have some sort of event that comes up annually, but their content is primarily digital content. So if you were to go to their Instagram and pull it up, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, I get it." It's sometimes hard to explain, but that's basically what it is. It's like a space that they created for women.
Okay.
Um, where they talk about everything under the sun. They highlight different people. They do interviews. They do all kinds of things.
Okay.
Um, but it's fluid in the sense that it's not just one particular thing. I think the main thing for them is creating, digital content for women. So you get a lot of different things under that umbrella. And under the Refinery29 umbrella, it's not just R29 Unbothered. They actually have um they actually have a section that is centered around Hispanic culture. They have all kinds of different things under the Refinery 29
That's
umbrella.
pretty
So
cool.
yes, it's very cool. Vice currently owns it, and apparently they just did a bunch of layoffs. So,
Yeah.
like a lot of companies are struggling right now. I would hate to see something like this go away because I just think that they create such great content. Um, so apparently, Essence, Essence Ventures, the parent company of Essence Magazine, is looking to acquire Refinery 29.
Sounds like it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I think that would be really, really cool. And I feel like there's so much more that could be done under that umbrella. Um, Also, Essence is like becoming this, or has become this, one-stop shop. So it has obviously its titles, it has its Essence Fest and all of that, and those tentpole things that Essence does, but it also has its own like advertising agency arm too, which I think is really cool. So they've done a lot of things to expand Essence, and I just think that this just seems like a natural progression for them to acquire a company like this.
Yeah.
So I would love to see what happens next with it. Again, I love R29 Unbothered. I follow them. I look at their content all the time. So I hope that it continues to live on. I would hate for something like that to be lost because people are, a lot of companies are seeing losses in revenue and having to let go of their staff.
Okay. Yes, that's true. Lots of companies are downgrading right now. Every week we're hearing about thousands and thousands of layoffs from companies.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, yeah, it does sound based on what you said, like Refinery 29 would be a great addition to the Essence team, because it seems like they have very similar agendas, mission statements, etc. So that's really cool. Um, and I'm curious to see how they would collaborate and interweave them into the Essence ecosystem if they do acquire them. Because it does sound like they would be able to fall right in line with the things going on in the Essence brand. So I'm curious to see if they acquire them, how will they weave them in? What type of intersectionality will have in the content? Or will they just be, part of the Essence rotation?
Yeah. I think it would be really cool, and it's just, listen, if you could expand in the digital space in any way right now, You're gonna want to do that. You're gonna want to diversify your portfolio and not have it be one thing. I mean, Essence is certainly not one thing, but to
Right.
add a few more things wouldn't hurt. So I think it's really cool, and I'm excited for that. I mean, I don't know if it'll really happen. It says they're looking to do it, so we'll see if it comes out. But typically, by the time we hear about things,
Yeah, things are already moving and shaking in the background.
exactly, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
you
agree
don't
with
get those
that.
types of leaks unless, well, except for that one company we won't talk about, which we've talked about before. But you don't get those types of leaks
Right.
unless something's really happening most of the time.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
so now that we've covered the business side of things,
Well, let's keep
I'll
it on
just
digital
continue.
media.
Listen, Reesa Teesa took the digital world by storm two
Yes, she
weeks
did.
ago
Yes, she did.
when she created her 50-part TikTok to where she spoke about her very short-lived marriage and her pathological liar husband.
Yep.
A lot's been going on since then.
Yep.
Let's
And
talk
so
about
she recently got signed.
it. To
Talk
CAA,
about it.
Creative
Right.
Arts Agency. We don't know exactly what her plan is with them yet, but she was signed. People are saying she for what it's worth, she's a great storyteller. I mean, she was able to engage I don't know how many people, but a hell of a lot of people
Yeah.
with this 50-part TikTok. And storytelling is an art form. Storytelling is a skill. So if she's got that, then absolutely, I'm sure that this is probably going to be parlayed into some sort of, I don't know, television show, some sort of like limited series or a book or some sort of short film or I don't know, but I'm imagining that's probably what this is about, you know.
Yeah. Well, she's got over 400 million views as of the article that we are discussing, where she got signed to CAA. Yes, we all know it's 52-part, 10-minute series. Uh, Why the F Did I Get Married? Where she speaks very candidly about her story, about her interactions with her husband, her ignoring red flags because she was um either desperate or how do you say so infatuated with the ideas of the relationship that she ignored things that were plain in her face, and she realized this today. I should have saw this. Some things I did see and I ignored, etc.
Yeah.
I think you already hit the main part on the head, which is why I thought this was worth discussing, which is her storytelling ability. Storytelling is something that is key in content creation.
Yeah.
And any of the big quote unquote experts or quote unquote moguls will mention that you have to be able to tell a story of you, a story of what you've been through, your brand story, and don't forget to post it on your story, right? All of these things, story. So
Mhm.
why are we talking about Reesa Teesa? Because gossip is juicy? No. Because of people's big back comments? No. Because of the
Oh,
fact that her storytelling ability has gotten her in a position where she is no longer some lady just holding up a phone on TikTok. She's on all of these different shows, Tamron Hall.
camera.
She's being spoken about multiple times on places like The Breakfast Club.
I heard Robin Roberts. She sat down with Robin Roberts also.
Look at that. You see? I didn't even know that.
She's been
And
doing
so,
photo shoots and all kinds of things. They got this girl working. Okay.
well, and that's why I think it's worth discussing, because is this necessarily part of the entertainment industry? Maybe, maybe not. Her signing to CAA points that it will be if it's not already. As we just said, a lot of times by the time you hear about stuff, things are already moving and shaking in the background. And so that's why I thought this story was important to highlight, because we are both digital creators. We are both people who share stories, and we are people who are interested in these type of things. Furthermore, I don't know who everyone is who listens to this show, but I do know some of the people directly who listen to this show are also creators. And so I thought this was a great way of showing or speaking to how your digital creations can create other opportunities for you.
Yep.
Because it's not always a record deal, it's not always a brand deal. She didn't have any of those things. The only thing she did have was she was part of the TikTok Creator Fund and apparently was kicked out for some reason. And was the last I heard was in the process of appealing to get back in. But
She don't need it now.
she may, right, I'm about to say she may not need it now. We don't know. But the point is, this has created other opportunities for her because
Yeah.
she was bold enough and skilled enough to do this thing. Now, whether you approve of it or not, different conversation. Whether you think she's appealing or not, different conversation. But the fact that she has, one, taken the world by storm, and two, is very quickly seeing some of the benefits of the risk that she took, I think is something that should be spotlighted today. Because when a woman is just viral, to me, that's not interesting, right? It's just someone went viral, cool. But not only did she go viral, but I had to sneeze for a second there. Not only did she go viral, but we see how quickly the turnover has become to her getting signed. CAA is not just a Joe Schmo company. They're a company that deals with directors, uh, publishers, producers. They deal with big wig people. And so the fact that she has signed some kind of deal with them, like you said, points to other things are coming, bigger things are coming. So, yes, perhaps you feel, as a person who watched it or heard about it, that this woman was crazy and bold and embarrassed herself. Well, that's one take. Another take is she rolled the dice, believed in herself, and in just a couple weeks is seeing the benefits of taking a giant leap, right? A giant leap of faith, which makes me think of a quote from the movie Inception. In Inception, they say, you either die alone, an old man, or you take a leap of faith. Something to that effect. It's either you take a leap of faith or die an old man. Either you take a leap of faith or die an old man waiting full of regrets. And so a lot of times people don't want to take the leap of faith. They say, nah, I got this great idea, but I don't know if I want to do it. I really want to start this business, but I'm not going to do it. I really want to ask this woman out, but I'm not going to do it. There's all these different things that happen in life where people have an idea or a feeling that they can't get rid of, and they say, but I'm not going to do it. Because we are scared to take the risk. We've all been there, myself included. But when you take the risk, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, when it comes to content creation, I love creating content, and uh, I've always loved being creative.
Mhm.
Um, and there are a lot of lanes that I have, kind of played in.
Mhm.
But I still, to this day, every time I post something on Instagram, it feels like a risk. It feels so intense, and I know that it might sound ridiculous. We do a podcast 5 nights a week. Why am I afraid of posting to Instagram? Or why am I afraid to start a new podcast series, connected to my, you know what I'm saying? Like it can be, all consuming to have to think about taking that risk. So to be a creator who is a little gun shy, and to see other people, just being themselves, or just doing the thing that they like to do, the thing that they enjoy doing, and that taking that risk becomes fruitful for them, it's actually really inspiring. It doesn't matter what story she told. Of course, it matters what story she told, but it doesn't matter what story she told. It's the fact that her whole trajectory at this point is like, oh my goodness, Uh, I just think it's really cool, and I don't, I doubt. I feel like I just kind of cut you off, but
It's fine. Go.
I know I said that, it'll probably parlay into some sort of book or a series or something like that, but it could also be her creating things for other people. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything about her specifically.
Right.
If you are good at writing or if you are good at telling stories, they'll put you in a writer's room, or they'll, have you sign on to, I don't know, direct commercials. Or there are plenty of people who started out as content creators and now they visualize content for other people. They set up content for other people and produce. They do the treatments for different content activations, and they produce that content. So there's so many different lanes, and I don't know what she has coming, but I'm waiting and watching to see what comes of it. Because again, it may not be solely about her story. It may be a lot more than that. So.
No, I agree. And in closing, I just think that lots and lots of people are scared to take risk and scared to take a leap of faith. And I understand why. But I think this is a clear sign that if you do take a leap of faith, as much as you can fail is as much as you can succeed. And in today's digital era, we're seeing stories like this more often. And so I just
Yeah.
wanted to highlight that and congratulate Reesa Teesa on
Yeah.
her deal and whatever she has coming, because she definitely has things coming, and to applaud her bravery for telling her story. Whether we like the story or not, whether we feel like she outed someone or not, whether we feel like it was low hanging fruit, whatever you feel about it is not important at this moment. What I think is important is the fact that this woman betted on herself. She
Hmm.
said, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to see what happens. And it's paid off. And I think that is what is worth discussing here.
And nobody asked me, but outing a pathological liar is not a terrible thing. So she's fine.
On that note, we move on.
Like, let's be serious here.
Are you ready to live react?
I'm ready to live react. I have no
All
idea what to do.
right. Oh, it went away, Spotify, but I got it saved. All right. So I heard this song recently and I said, wow, I got to see what Dash thinks about this song. So for listeners and viewers, I asked Dash, would she be willing to have a live reaction if I played a song for her on the air? And
And
she
where
said
did you
yes.
find this song? Like, where did you hear about this song?
I heard about it on a famous podcast.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I was listening to the podcast and they played this song.
I know how many famous podcasts you listen to, so that's why I'm
I mean, you
like,
know exactly where it came from. I'm
okay.
just not saying the name.
Right.
So,
No, I know.
but there's a gentleman named Lenny Williams,
Oh,
and
like the Lenny Williams?
yep,
Okay. Yeah. Girl,
and
I love you.
right, and Lenny Williams has a new song.
A new song.
That's right. You ready?
No.
So I'm not gonna say the name because
Uh,
you'll figure it out. But here's
okay.
Lenny Williams' new song.
Is this gonna be like gasms?
Probably.
Like we always do. He took my draw. Lenny, why you do this? My underwear. Oh, baby. Oh, Lenny, come on. Oh, she took everything. Who is this woman? Took my drawers. Lenny. Lenny. Low key is a bop.
All right, talk about
Lenny.
it.
Now, Lenny, what you doing with that woman? Because why she took your drawers? He gonna say, damn, damn, damn.
He said he told me she gonna put it on TikTok so she could get 1 million views.
Lenny, what is this about?
His drawers. You didn't hear the song?
Why he do this?
Yo,
He is like Smokey.
she sent me a picture on my telephone.
Yep. With a picture of my underwear.
He said he
Most unsexy song about underwear.
he said she gonna put it on Instagram. And now I feel like damn, damn, damn.
Lenny, who wrote this? Hope it wasn't you. Because
Let me check the credits. Hold on. Where are my glasses? Let me...
who did this? Whose idea was this?
Oh my god. Yo, I had to play this for you when I heard it. I
Speaking of
said, oh man, I got
storytelling,
to. Speaking of storytelling, it keeps going. You know what I mean?
Lenny is
Look at the
somebody's
artwork. Look at the artwork.
Not the drawers in the hand. Listen, Lenny is somebody's granddad. Over there talking about she took my drawers. Lenny got to meet better women.
Yeah, and this is the side chick, by the way.
I know, I realized that.
Because he said I gotta convince my wife. I gotta convince my wife that she took my drawers off our clothesline.
No, I caught that. I just was, I was just leaving that part alone. But
This was
caught
written
that
by
he's
Derek
married.
Allen and Lenny Williams.
Oh, yep. Yep. Yeah, I could tell that he had a little help.
Because they had to tell him about include TikTok and Instagram.
And Instagram. Yep.
Oh man.
Damn, damn, damn.
Damn, damn, damn.
Lenny. Lenny, first of all, why are you cheating on your wife?
And what's in your drawers? That she took them.
Well, he said she took his wallet.
No, he said she could have taken my
Oh, she
wallet.
could have taken the
He
wallet.
said
That's
she
right.
could have taken my wallet. She could have taken all my cash.
But she took my drawers.
Put put poison ivy all over me and give me a full body rash. But she ain't do none of that.
When
Instead,
was the
she
last
took
time
his drawers.
when was the last time you saw writing like this?
When the last time somebody stole your drawers?
You ever had yours stolen?
Not my drawers. Maybe like a shirt. People steal shirts and hoodies. Women love to steal a shirt and a hoodie.
Oh yeah, I'm one of those women. I steal
And
shirts
don't
and
be in a relationship. In a relationship, they'll straight up be like, babe, I took your hoodie. You're not getting it back. This one's
right.
mine now. You'd be like,
Yeah.
nigga, what the fuck?
Because
How
now
did
it's
you
like
even
an
get it?
hour.
That one
It's like
was in the
an hour.
back of the closet. You spent
Yep.
that much time?
Exactly. Exactly. Listen.
Then they ain't shit. Especially if you're in a relationship. Next thing you know, you go on social media. They posting cute pictures in your shit. You be like, yo, who the
Yeah.
fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I
You're
wouldn't
like,
have to deal with
dang.
this on Mars.
Did you ever hear about the influencer who was wearing her friend's boyfriend's hoodie and like tried to influence in it?
Yes. There was also people wearing Chris Brown's clothes at basketball games. Remember that?
No.
I do.
No, I don't remember that, but
Yeah. And the internet was like, Chris Brown had that shirt on 2 days ago. They must have been sleeping together because she had the game with somebody else, but that's Chris Brown's shirt. Look at the pictures and put them side by side.
that is so funny. Yeah, the internet has done that. They love what they love to do too is say, but that lady was wearing the shirt a few weeks ago, and today this lady is wearing the shirt. Explain it to us.
It's exactly what they did with the Chris Brown situation.
Yeah, and I think they did that with. Oh my gosh, was it Halle Bailey when she first got with her man? I feel like that was
Mhm.
a thing. I think so. She was wearing his T-shirt, and then somebody pulled up his ex and his ex was wearing the same T-shirt. I mean, you're not if you're the ex, you're not entitled to the T-shirt anymore. So it's kind of like
They don't agree with that.
just feel like,
I'm here to tell you, I've done the research, and they don't agree with that.
oh, you've done the research.
Yeah, they just feel like, it's mine and that's it. Even though it's not theirs, they didn't pay for it, they didn't contribute in any way, they just went in your closet and took it.
Yeah, I mean,
In the words of J. Cole, hey, before you leave, I'm gonna need my shirt back.
I still
And
want
my drawers!
I still would like my comforter back, but that's a story for another day.
Did they
So
take your drawers?
he kept my comforter and my shams.
No, I was
With
joking because of the song, man.
I know, but I'm like, no. I wish it was as simple as my panties. Okay, my comforter and my shams. Okay,
What a sham.
what a sham. That nigga. Anyway, he's a lovely guy.
I bet he is. And I bet he's got lovely bedding.
Well, I would hope he changed his bedding by now.
I don't know what it was. I'm just making jokes. But
No, I'm making jokes too.
yo, Lenny Williams, y'all.
Yeah. I prefer the old Lenny. I gotta be honest. This is not the version of Lenny that I want to hear. But I
Come
do
on, I will play this
appreciate.
when I'm having a bad day.
Well, I was just about to say, I do appreciate how entertaining it is. And this will not be the last time I listen to that.
Oh, I'm about to put it on the
But
speakers as soon as we finish potting. I'll be
she
walking around
took
here in
my
my drawers
drawers.
singing She Took My Drawers. You know what I'm saying?
And let this be a lesson to all men, okay? She can take your drawers.
But why she wants his drawers though? Because
She
they got
does want them.
stains? She wanna expose the stains? Or she just wanna say I got Lenny Williams drawers?
I think that's probably what it is. But also, yeah, I mean, if we're talking real shit, like, take the shirt or the hoodie. Don't take the drawers. I mean, that's just take something you can use.
No, don't take any of my shit.
I'm not wearing his boxers, but I will put on his t-shirt or his hoodie. Dudes are really lucky that I don't really care for hoodies. Prefer a crew neck. But anyway,
Oh, there you go, folks. Careful, fellas. Fellas. Don't leave your crew neck around that. You know what I'm
don't
saying?
don't.
Don't leave your girl around me. True player for real.
I will wear it. I will wear it. I'll wash it when I'm done. One thing about me, I'm gonna wash your shit and give it back. Well, no, not give it back. I'll wash it and be like, "Do you need this?"
All right, it's time to go. It's time to go.
Yeah. So,
Time to get out of here.
shout out to Lenny Williams. Congratulations to him on the new song. That's all I wish him well
Word.
on future
Big
endeavors.
tune.
Lenny, stop cheating on your wife. That's what I got. You wouldn't have these problems if you weren't cheating on your wife, Lenny.
Yo, but the fly part is he don't even bring up his wife to like the end of the second verse. Because his song starts with me and my girl was in a motel.
I just knew it was some bullshit, though. I knew it. I knew the wife was coming. I could feel it. I could feel it.
He said she gave me those drawers for my 21st anniversary.
Niggas. I hate it here.
That's why I wore my shirt today. You know what I'm
What
saying?
in the world? There you go.
I wouldn't have to deal with this on Mars.
Exactly. None of us would.
Lenny said, listen, it's been 21 years. I've been famous. I'm getting my shit off.
This is Lenny Williams is trash for this. Okay, now
Nah, this is great right
I am
here.
highly entertained. That's not what I'm saying. I am highly entertained by this, but also Lenny, nah, Lenny. You got to do better. Anyway.
That was great.
Instagram and TikTok.
But he said 1 million views. That was the funny part.
Oh,
That's how
because
you know Lenny don't be on TikTok.
no, he didn't
Because
write that.
that's not today what it once was.
No, not at all. But you
That
know,
ain't the Reesa Teesa. You know what I'm saying?
right? 400 million. Had people
Right.
sitting in their cars. What? Like they were like it was an audio
Right.
book.
Exactly.
Anyway, um, until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow, we bid you adieu.
Bye.